and Kenny the Jet Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, the wheels have started to come off for them recently. Clearly a mid-season swoon taking place. We'll see if they can start to shake out of it tonight. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most difficult player to guard or have a game plan for. Nobody can really take over a game like he does, and the problem that you have with LeBron is who guards him.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports.
Ready to go?
I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Cavaliers in an interconference battle here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Last time they met was in Minnesota, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And how about the accuracy that was on display from three-point range in that game? They were lethal.
Yeah, splashing those threes as they did really allowed them to continuously deflate that crowd and keep them at bay. Boy, that was a nice road win for them, no doubt.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Minnesota, Ricky Rubio is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Trevor Booker. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Stewart in at the 5 down low. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. Thompson in the corner. Cleveland moving the ball around. That's good. Freak's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. You often hear athletes saying they do it for the fans, but with Freak, he really backs up his talk with his actions. And Clark, I've seen it firsthand. He's one of the more accessible and interactive NBA stars out there.
Yeah, I say he's walking the talk in that regard. I mean, he really looks out for his fans, appreciates them, respects them, understands them, engages with them. I think he's one of a kind in being sincere and genuine in looking after the fans.
And a miss there on the triple. Freak's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Rubio with it. Guarded now by Irving. Down low and stolen by LeBron. Outside Irving. Here's Freak. No good from outside.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Stolen by Bergeron. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Minnesota with the ball. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 6 points for Freak. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Miami.
How about the athleticism on display defensively in that win?
Yeah, it was reflected in their shot block total, Greg. I mean, they were very disruptive, which I think is a combination of hustle and muscle.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Timberwolves trail by 3. Rubio outside. They set the pick. Now the pass to Stewart. Shot from 12. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron kicks to Irving. And that one's good. Irving's got 5 now.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Rubio against Irving. The drive by Rubio. Stewart. And nothing is falling for him right now. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And there's the feed to Freak. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 9 points for Freak.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Nice D from Verejao.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Pushing their lead to double digits. 12 points for Freak.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up
The
top.
Cavaliers leading by 4. So on the floor for Minnesota, they've got Gorgie Dang. Levine is out there with Rodney Stuckey. Then there's Muhammad. And it's Stewart in at the center, locking down the middle. Shumpert in the corner. Picked by Verejao. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Freak.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat was simply terrific. He finished with 33 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. This game of his was just a standout, all-around display of basketball. Coaches love to see that, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
They set the screen. Shumpert against Stuckey. Here's Stewart. And that one goes long.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
And that one's good. And that's 17 points for Freak.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively.
And that does it for the first half of play.